Good evening and welcome. I call to order the Newman City Council regular meeting, August 27th, 2024. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain stand for invocation. Right? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening. As you know, as a Christian, we always speak of seasons. We're now in a season that we just pray that everyone is covered in terms of their families, their health. And we look at the city of Newman, and we've been so blessed. And each and every morning when I get up and say my prayers, each and every one of my colleagues are in my prayers, especially the mayor, because he carries two hats. And we just thank you, Father God, for this evening that you have blessed us to come together to do the business for the city of Newman. Amen.
Amen. Thank you for that. Roll call.
Councilmember McDonald,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Ball,
Here.
Councilmember Tomlinson,
Here.
Mayor Graham.
Here. Any declarations of conflicts of interest tonight? No. Ceremonial matters, none. Items from the public, non-agenda items. Anybody wishing to speak from the public? Not at this time. All right. Number 8, consent calendar. Waive all readings of ordinance and resolution except by title. B, approval of warrants. C, approval of minutes of the July 23rd, 2024 meeting.
I move that we accept the consent calendar for this period.
A second.
Yeah, first and second, go and vote electronically.
That was a mistake.
You can go back. There you go. Motion carries 4-0. Public hearings, none tonight. Item number 10, regular business. A, report on trunk or treat Halloween event at the downtown plaza.
Good evening, Mayor, council members. It's that time again, Halloween. The Newman Partnership, directed by the Newman Resource Center, along with the Beyond the Bell After School Program, has requested the use of the downtown plaza and the 1300 block of Main Street to have a trunk or treat event between the hours of 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. The trunk or treat event will take place on both sides of Main Street, so they are requesting the street to be closed. There will be food vendors on the plaza area itself. No alcohol will be served or sold at the event. The organization has made the following request: exclusive use of the downtown plaza and the 1300 block of Main Street with street closures at Main and Tulare and Fresno and Main. They have asked for the cleanup deposit to be waived, insurance reduction to $1 million instead of the $3 million. Traffic and crowd control device costs, we would use our own city-owned barricades for the event, and restroom and electrical fees to be waived. They currently are $25. With that, I can answer any questions that y'all may have.
Any questions?
I'd just like to say that time flies because I still have Halloween candy from last year.
Gotta eat it before this Halloween.
I'll bring it back to council for action.
Move we adopt the report on the trunk or treat Halloween event at the plaza.
I'll second that.
Yeah, first and second, go and vote. Motion carries 4-0. Thank you, Ally.
Thank you, guys.
B, regular business, item B, adopt resolution 2024, next number, resolution of the City of Newman Groundwater Sustainability Agency adopting the Delta Mendota Sub-Basin Groundwater Sustainability Plan and authorizing its submittal to the State Water Resource Control Board.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the council. This is a repeat item. It dates back all the way to August of 2014. That's when the governor signed legislation that created the Sustainable Groundwater Management Act. We call it SIGMA. As part of that, you had to do a couple different things. One, to create a plan, but first choice we had to make, we had to either join a bigger, larger group or create our own groundwater sustainability agency. We wanted control of our own destiny, so in 2016, we created the Newman Groundwater Sustainability Agency. But as part of that, then we ended up partnering with other agencies, and that includes cities, water districts, and the like for the Delta Mendota subbasin area. So in 2019, after all those agencies they grouped together and formed a groundwater sustainability plan, we submitted it to the state for their review. Of course, the state doesn't do anything in a timely manner. And so, in March of 23, they gave us a letter of determination saying it was inadequate. And part of that was they wanted all the groups within the San Joaquin Valley to work together to use common language, to use common metrics. So we had to end up joining together with 22 other groundwater sustainability agencies to kind of standardize what we're going to use in terms of terminology, what the standards are going to be, what the methodology is going to be. And so we've now finalized a new report. And so that's what's before you today would be the 2024 Delta Mendota Subbasin Groundwater Sustainability Plan. A lot of that's been done again in concert with other groundwater sustainability agencies, which are both irrigation districts, farming. So this is where ag and municipalities have come together to try to manage our groundwater here in what I'm going to tell you would be the San Joaquin Valley, basically us down to down south, a couple of counties. So tonight we're asking you to go ahead and one, have a public hearing, and then two, have adopt the resolution adopting the groundwater sustainability plan.
Any questions?
The language that I guess that the state had problems with in terms of matching up, is the same language under the Clean Water Act?
No, the Clean Water Act's a federal act.
Right.
So yeah, the terminology is going to be a little bit different, and most of it, instead of terminology, is probably more the methodology of how we're going to achieve what the base levels are going to be, and how we're going to reach those and share that information. So no, it's not the Clean Water Act. It's the SIGMA stands alone on its own. It doesn't really have to do as much with clean water as it does availability of water.
Right.
So it's not the quality, it's the quantity.
Quantity. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And don't get me wrong, quality is important.
Right, it is, yeah.
But in this particular case, it's really dealing more with the quantity of groundwater and not to deplete the groundwater table that's underneath us. Okay. How do we manage that sustainably?
Any other questions? I'll open up to the public for any questions or comments. Not seeing any. I'll bring it back to council for action.
Move to adopt resolution number 2024, a resolution of the City of Newman Groundwater Sustainability Agency adopting the Delta Mendota Subbasin Groundwater Sustainability Plan and authorizing its submittal to the State Water Resources Control Board.
I'll second.
We have first and second. Go ahead and vote electronic. Motion carries 4-0. Item number 11, items from the District 5 Stanislaus County Supervisor. I'll just do a quick update for him. Michael and I met with him this last week, and one of the things he was explaining to us is they're working very quickly and diligently on the Crow's Landing Air Base to get businesses out there and attract businesses and potentially a hospital, a fully owned hospital, and they're well underway on those events. And so that's all we talked about.
So have they finalized a developer to come up there?
They're all in the works on that, but they're working aggressively. They need to figure out some of the businesses they would have out there to develop it. They're starting the landscaping. They've funded.
Yeah, they're
money for
doing some
landscaping
infrastructure plans to get some underground infrastructure and some landscaping going, and then that'll help to attract people.
Nice.
Item number 12, items from the city manager and staff. Michael?
Thank you, Mayor. We're moving along well with the nature park plans. We think next month we should be at 60% plans. We recently submitted a grant application for the nature park. It looks like that's moving along nicely. We've got some follow-up questions from the agency that's going to award some of that fund. So I'm cautiously optimistic we could get about $150,000 to go toward the nature park. So, and that would go toward the outdoor learning center. That's going to be a part of that. So that's exciting. I wanted to go ahead and congratulate Councilmember McDonald, Miss Giselle Pimentel, and Matthew Harden. They've all qualified to be candidates for the Newman City Council at the general election in November. The mayor also qualified and will be running unopposed, as well as Mary Moore, who will be our treasurer. She's also running unopposed at this time, but there will be an election. We'll have 3 candidates for 2 open slots, for both for 4-year terms. And then just lastly, just wanted to wish everyone a happy fall festival. Be safe. Looks like weather's going to hold out and not get too hot. At one point, I think it was saying like 105, but I think it's come down from there. So, but I can answer any questions you may have, Mayor, or any members of the council.
Thank you, Michael. Ali?
Mayor, council members, just a reminder that we do start our soccer season here in the next 2 weeks. The first week will be September 7th. If you happen to see a lot of children out at Sherman Park, we ask that residents in the area be mindful that will have a lot of vehicles in the area, that traffic may be a little bit heavier in that area. So if you hear anything, please send it my way and we can try to work with the community. Other than that, I can answer any questions that y'all may have.
Thank you, Ali. Chief?
I'm going to invite Bree up for a quick, she's going to come to council once a month and give you guys an update on our shelter and where we're at with our animal control.
Welcome, Bree.
Yeah. Good evening, council members. I wanted to give you guys some numbers on what we're dealing with at the shelter and events that we're having for the Animal Services Department. So July, we had 5 cat intake. That's super low. That was because I was injured, so I wasn't out there trapping cats and getting them done. And then in August, we had 3. September, you'll see those numbers grow because we will start our trapped cat Tuesdays and Wednesdays starting September 10th through November 13th, where I will be accepting cats from the community to go get fixed, vaccinated, and returned. It's a little bit faster than me going out and trapping myself, so that'll be open to anybody that lives in Newman, so they can come drop off between 11 and 12. And then for dogs in July, we started with 14. We took in 24. And we got 4 adopted, 4 rescued, 11 returned to owner. 1 was euthanized because he was a danger to the public, so that had to be done. And we responded to 37 animal calls. August, we started with 16 dogs. We took in 11. 7 were adopted, 2 were fostered, 5 returned to owner, and 1 was euthanized due to being sick or injured, and we responded to 47 animal calls. And we currently have 618 dog licenses, which I put that in there because I was pretty proud. Until September 10th, it is National Clear the Shelters, which means we're just trying to get dogs adopted any way possible. So we're having $20 adoptions for dogs and $10 adoptions for cats. That is being supplemented by a grant that we received through Petco that we were able to just use for whatever, so I put it towards adoption fees. And then our low-cost animal clinic is September 21st, 8 to 11 at the LJ Memorial Building. We'll have vaccines, microchips, licenses, deworming, flea meds, as well as a spay-neuter voucher for City of Newman residents. With that, does anybody have any questions or concerns they need to bring up?
Thank you for all your hard work out there, Bree. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
So is the community.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Just for us, we're gearing up for Fall Festival this weekend. We just want to remind everybody to celebrate safely. Get yourself a driver if you're leaving the park and you've had a few too many. Everyone drive safe, be careful out there. The weather is still going to be pretty warm. I think in the afternoons with the Fall Festival shutting down, we'll probably see a little more influx of people there in the afternoon time. So stay hydrated and things like that. Get to cooling centers if you need to. But I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Be safe this weekend. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Lou?
Nothing to report tonight.
James, welcome.
Hello. First, I want to say thank you for the opportunity to be Director of Public Works here, City of Newman. I'm pretty excited. It's been 3 weeks and it's amazing what we can do here, what everyone does here. So a couple items from Public Works is Jensen Road Utilities pre-construction meeting. This is Friday. We're on schedule to start work sometime in September. We're thinking later in September. Public Works staff have been undergoing all the preparations for Fall Festival, and we will have a outreach booth set up there. The outreach will include stormwater, the FEMA outreach. We will be doing the urban forest management plan outreach during that time. And additionally, we'll have a pop-up. We're planning to have a pop-up at the youth soccer, one of the youth soccer matches, and at the farmer's market during October timeframe. We're locking down those dates right now. And there's a currently community survey online on the website. Thank you, Mike, for getting that set up, along with some brochures for the urban forest management plan. And so we will have some hard copies at the different pop-ups outreach events too. That's it. If there's any questions.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome. We're glad to have you here. Good,
Thank you
good
very
luck. I
much.
think you'll do great.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. Just a few things. We'll be out at Fall Festival like we have in years past, fire truck ride. So come on out, bring the family. We'll take you around the park and spend some time with you and your children. We did do a training exercise with San Luis Convalescent. So if you saw the fire engines out there today and you saw us moving around and saw lights and sirens, we were just doing a fire alarm exercise with them. So it was great to interact with them and see their internal policies and how we as a fire department can work with them. So we were able to do that this afternoon. Just want a reminder that fire administration will be closed on Monday for Labor Day holiday. And then we're just, now that fire season's kind of calming down, I guess you can say that, but we're going to start working on preparing for training calendars and Fire Prevention Week coming up in October. So I can answer any other questions you guys might have.
I think people would be much more pleased to ride in your vehicle than Chief's vehicle.
We get that a lot.
Pro Tem?
No, just thank you to staff, Allie, Bree, keep up the great work. Everybody on staff do a wonderful job, and just a heartfelt thank you. That's all I have tonight.
And
Councilman?
I'll say the same, getting ready for Fall Festival. I know I have to be down in Southern California, but I'm going to try my best to make it up here for Saturday, but I definitely will be Sunday for the parade, that's for sure. And all of you have a great evening.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you guys for all your hard work. We appreciate it. And everybody have a safe and enjoyable Labor Day weekend and Fall Festival. With that, I'll ask for adjournment.
Move to adjourn.
First, second?
Second that.
Second.